the question that I'd like you to consider. How much can you afford to give to charity? And for the sake of argument, we can forget about you as you are right now. Some of you listening to this talk might be students, so you probably don't have all that much to devote to saving the world at the present moment. But even so, you will in future. The average starting salary for UK graduates entering professional roles is nearly £22,000 per year. And from there, the general tendency is for your salary to keep increasing until you eventually retire. That's obviously great news. The question is, what are you going to do with all of that money? Now, in some sense, I guess some of it's spoken for. You've got various necessities to cover. Someday you'll probably want to own a house, pay for a wedding, have children, you'll want to go on holiday somewhere nice, and of course you want to save for your retirement. But suppose you also wanted to take seriously the idea that you could do a lot of good if you gave a significant fraction of your income to some of the very best charities. After all, wouldn't you want to be able to look back on your life knowing that you'd helped hundreds or even thousands of people? So ask yourself, how much can you afford to give? How much good could you do without losing your mind? Of course, you can't give away everything you earn, and 90% sounds rather steep, unless you do end up very wealthy, but who knows, you might get lucky. But let's consider something a little bit more modest. Suppose you would decide to give away 10% of your income. What sort of life could you expect to lead if you were to decide to give away that much? Would giving away a tenth of everything you earn be a real drag on your happiness? Might you scarcely notice? Might you even be better off as a result? These are the kind of questions that I'm going to try to address in this talk. Now, sadly, it's a little difficult to give you any really highly certain conclusions, because, so far as I'm aware, no one has ever studied this question in a direct fashion. For example, nobody's ever done a randomized controlled trial where they assigned half of the participants to give away a tenth of their income over the course of their life and then saw how it all worked out for them. But I think there are some answers which are quite probable in light of the evidence that we do have, and I hope you'll also think that they're reasonable. First of all, I think we can be reasonably confident that you wouldn't be made significantly worse off as a result of giving away 10% of your salary. At worst, you might end up slightly less satisfied with your own life because of all that good that you're doing for others. On the other hand, there's quite a good chance that you'll be made happier as a result of doing this, because doing good feels good, and helping others has been shown to boost people's happiness far beyond their expectations. Okay, so those are the headlines. What's the evidence? You might very well have lots of preconceptions and intuitions about these issues.